Hey there, it's Friday, so time for a update on how my carnivorish journey is going. This is week 9. Well, give or take. I'm really not trying to get super precise. But overall, I'd say this has been a pretty positive week. Last week was really great, and there was a little bit of a slip up this over this weekend. I mean, slip up is not actually the exact right word because that would imply that I didn't consciously do it. But the reality is, I went apple picking with my family this weekend, and there were apple cider donuts. And I don't know if you know this, but apple cider donuts are proof that God loves us because they're so amazing. So obviously, I had to have several apple cider donuts, and well, you can't have that without apple cider. So, I did, and I have no regrets about that. As important as this way of eating is to me, and how beneficial it seems to be for me, I'm not trying to be 100% perfect on this. I want to be able to live and enjoy my family. I watch other YouTube blogs, and I have a lot of respect for the people who have been able to be 100% basically eating beef, salt, and water. And they all look amazing. But I just, at this point in my life, that's not where I am. And I'm seeing enough collective benefits that even as imperfectly as I'm currently doing it, that's okay. I do think that as I get better at this, that being able to be more meticulous will sort of be a natural byproduct as I see the progress and want to continue to improve and hone in on eating more precisely. So I've really gotten back into using my net diary, which has been really a helpful tool. I really recommend anyone who's trying to keep track of what they're eating to give that a try. It doesn't cost anything, and it does a nice job of being able to keep the relevant data in one place. I think actually the weigh-in feature is pretty useful. It's allowing me to see my progress over a long period of time as I repeatedly weigh in. And so while any given day might be frustrating, I can look over a long period of time and I can see improvement. So like if I look, for example, I was about 260 in July, and right now, as of this morning, I'm 246. So among the highlights of the things that I've made and eaten this week, I'd gotten some oxtail stew, or some oxtails that I made into a stew. That was fantastic. It kind of lasted several days. Super rich, super fat, high fat, which was incredibly satisfying. And once I boiled off some of the excess water and made that broth really, really rich, man, that was just amazing. Last night was sashimi and some calamari. Yeah, there's breading in the calamari, but again, because I was eating in a time-restricted window of about 2 hours, it wasn't too bad. Tonight, I'm celebrating my wife's birthday, so we're going to go out to a nice place. I haven't eaten anything today, so having a little birthday cake or something like that, I don't feel too bad about that. But at the same time, I recognize that there is a relationship between how quickly I can transform and how social I am. You can't massively transform and also be social. This is why, not that I have personal experience in it, but bodybuilders or other people who are doing something or training for an event, they have to completely cut out social life in order to have the kind of transformation that is necessary in order for them to achieve. So essentially, you've got two choices. You can completely cut yourself off socially and change relatively quickly. And by relatively quickly, I mean 90 days or something like that, 100 days. half a year, or you can live your life, be as social as you want to be, but accept that your transformation will be slow and not moving necessarily at the pace that you want. I think too many people try to get the best of both worlds. They want to be able to maintain their social life, but they also want to have that quick transformation. And then when they don't have that, they get frustrated and quit altogether. So I am trying to be like the tortoise and just do this at a slow and steady pace and still enjoy 1 or 2 days a week. I think when I collectively think about the amount of carbs that I've reduced from my life, let's assume, standard American diet is about 200 grams of carbohydrates a day. If I've removed 5 days a week of eating carbohydrates, that's 1,000 grams of carbohydrates a week, give or take, and 1,000 grams of carbohydrates a week, that's times 4, so 4,000 calories of carbohydrates. I've got to be doing something right. And it's fun, like you can kind of see these changes in your body in very weird ways. So, for example, this week, my ring became incredibly loose. I don't know why my body decided to start recomposing the fat in my hands or in my fingers, but that is apparently where some of the body recompositioning is happening at the moment. You take what you can get, and I guess, eventually the body will change in the ways in which you actually want it to. All right, so that's the update, and I will see you all next week. That's it.